Alright, y'all. Thursday.
She seeks the wool at early dawn and flax that waits with morning song. Her fingers
But this is
stir
the game.
like
You gotta do this, otherwise you can't get out of here. Yeah, you gotta get all the 50s, otherwise you can't get out.
with willing hands she sews and spins and brings forth love through humble things. Her loom, her thread,
I mean, you're
her
cooking now,
daily
man. You're
grace,
cooking.
a holy work in her dwelling place. She sets her sights on fruitful ground and plants with joy what she has found.
Perhaps it's a prank.
Her home is blessed, her children rise to call her strong and truly wise. With willing hands she sews and spins and brings forth love through humble things. Her loom, her thread, her daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling place.
Please don't let me choke.
Willing hands she sews and spins and brings forth love through humble things. Her loom, her thread, her daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling place. Each stitch a prayer, each braid a vow, each hymn a song to heaven now.
Oh,
She gives her best,
shoot!
she holds no fame, but angels know her hidden name. With willing hands she sews and spins, till mercy weaves her crown within. And in
Bruh.
her thread the Lord shall see a faithful wife in
It's gotta be.
with willing hands she sews and spins and brings forth love through humble things. Her loom, her thread, her daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling place. With willing hands
Oh my God.
she sews and spins and brings
You weren't straight on, that's why.
her loom, her thread, her daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling place. Each stitch a prayer, each braid a vow.
No, man, you weren't straight on it. Don't you know how to play a claw game? You gotta be right on it. There you go, stoop.
With willing hands she sews and spins, till mercy weaves her crown within. And in her thread the Lord shall see a faithful wife in victory.
Yeah, let's try to get as many of this stuff we can. Literally, you weren't on it. Dude, you weren't even on it. Like,
She seeks the wool at early dawn and flax that waits with morning song. Her fingers stir like winds through trees to clothe her kin in warmth and peace. With willing
alright.
hands she sews and spins and brings forth love through
Yep.
things.
Ooh, these ones should be much easier.
Daily grace, a holy work
'Cause you're mental?
place. She
Is it?
sets her sights on fruitful ground and plants with joy what she has found. Her home is blessed, her children rise.
It's gotta be in a specific
Call her
way.
strong and truly wise.
That's the key to these claw games, man.
With willing hands she sews and spins and brings forth love through humble things. Her loom, her thread, her daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling place. With willing hands she sews and spins and brings forth love through humble things. Her loom, her thread, her
I'm gonna poo
daily
myself.
grace, a holy work in her
I'm gonna dookie.
place. Each stitch a prayer, each blade a vow, each hymn a song to heaven now. She gives her best, she holds no fame, but angels know her hidden name.
Bruh.
With willing
I'm hoping this
hands she
kid is
sews
just
and
schizophrenic and he doesn't even know what's happening and it's just a, a terrible nightmare that's happening, like a living nightmare from a schizophrenic. That's what I'm hoping.
The masked man will set off the camera sensors and wait for you to find him. You'll need to listen for sounds such as the camera
With
sensors.
willing hands she sews and spins and brings forth love through humble things.
Okay.
Her loom, her thread, her daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling place. With willing hands she sews and spins and brings
It's like Five Nights at Freddy's, yo.
her loom, her thread, her daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling place. Each stitch a prayer, each blade
Oh my god, this is scary.
each hymn a song to heaven now.
This is freaking terrifying, y'all.
She holds no fame, but angels know her hidden name.
Is the $500 bonus really
With
worth
willing
it?
hands she sews and
$500 for just getting freaking toys? Like, come on, that's no game. That's a no-brainer. I would do this. Collect toys for $500.
Clean grab. Chat, clean grab.
Would I do it for 500? Holy.
She seeks the wool at early dawn, and flax that waits with morning song. Her fingers stir like winds through trees,
Why not?
to clothe her kin in warmth and peace. With willing hands she sews and spins and brings forth love through humble
Well, maybe you should have put on a diaper before you started your spooky time.
grace, a holy work in her dwelling place. She sets her sights on
I said maybe he should have put a diaper on before he started his spooky time.
what she has found.
Okay, here we go.
Her home is blessed, her children rise,
There we go. Grab.
to call her strong and truly wise. With willing hands she sews
3.
and spins and
This is
brings
3.
forth love through humble things. Her loom, her thread, her daily grace, a holy
short-circuited?
work in her dwelling place. With willing hands she sews and spins and brings forth love through humble things. Her loom, her thread, her daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling place. Each stitch a prayer, each blade a vow, each hymn a song to heaven now. She gives her best, she holds no fame, but angels know her hidden
Fisting.
name.
Yeah,
With willing hands she sews and spins, till mercy weaves her crown within, and in her thread the Lord
Get inside.
This game is crazy. Chat, this game is
Willing
actually
hands, she
crazy, bro.
sews and spins and brings forth love through humble things. Her loom, her thread, and her daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling place. With willing hands,
This game is terrifying.
5,000 bits from Daniel. W Daniel with the 5,000 bits. W Daniel.
loom, her
They say
thread,
first
her
time posting
daily
commercial
grace,
relations,
a holy work in her dwelling place.
But you still make it better when you're loving that you will be
Each
subscribed
stitch
forever. Yo, W
praise,
Daniel.
greater
Thank you,
vow.
Daniel, for
Each
real.
hymn a
W
song
Daniel,
to
thank you.
heaven now. She gives her best, she holds no thing, but
Wow.
angels know her
Appreciate
hidden
that,
name.
Daniel.
Anyway, today I was working on something very, very beautiful. Okay?
Thank you, Daniel.
Future endeavors, Lord willing. I'm not going to be talking about them until the Lord has given me the okay. But just know that there is some preparations being put in place.
Wife in victory.
And I'm just very excited about what the Lord wants to do with me next. You know? I am a vessel of the Lord's, and whatever He wants me to do, I will do.
We're almost halfway there.
I will do it, 'cause I love the Lord.
We're relatively close.
I will serve Him however He wants me to.
And
Yo, happy
flags
18th
and waits
birthday,
with morning
Leah
song.
Bones. Chat, tell Leah Bones happy 18th birthday. Happy
Her
18th birthday.
fingers stir like winds through trees.
You must be
Clothe
kissing
her
me.
I was waiting for him to say that. You must be fisting me. There's no way.
sews and spins and brings forth
Bruh, good luck.
humble things.
Seriously. I'm going to read some Secret Garden while this happens because I don't want to get scared, okay? It's just the way it is, okay? Chapter 1. There is no one left. When Mary Lennox was sent to Misselthwaite Manor to live with her uncle, everybody said she was the most disagreeable looking child ever seen. It was true, too. She had a little thin face and a little thin body, thin light hair, and a sour expression. Her hair was yellow and her face was yellow because she had been born in India and had always been ill in one way or another. Her father had held a position under the English government and had always been busy and ill himself. And her mother had been a great beauty who cared only to go to parties and amuse herself with gay people. She had not wanted a little girl at all, and when Mary was born, she handed her over to the care of an ayah, I don't know what that word is, ayah, who was made to understand that if she wished to please the Memsahib, she must keep the child out of sight as much as possible. So when she was a sickly, fretful, ugly little baby, she was kept out of the way, and when she became a sickly, fretful, toddling thing, she was kept out of the way also. She never remembered seeing familiarly, whatever that word is, anything but the dark faces of her ayah and the other native servants. And as they always obeyed her and gave her her own way in everything, because the Memsahib would be angry if she was disturbed by her crying. By the time she was 6 years old, She was as tyrannical and selfish a little pig as ever lived. The young English governess who came to teach her to read and write disliked her so much that she gave up her place in 3 months, and when other governesses came to try to fill it, they always went away in a shorter time than the first one. So if Mary had not chosen to really want to know how to read books, she would never have learned her letters at all. One frightfully hot morning, when she was about 9 years old, she awakened feeling very cross, and she became crosser still when she saw that the servant who stood by her bedside was not her ayah. "Why did you come?" she said to the strange woman. "I will not let you stay. Send my ayah to me." The woman looked frightened, but she only stammered that the ayah could not come, and when Mary threw herself into a passion and beat and kicked her, she looked only more frightened and repeated that it was not possible for the ayah to come to Missy Sahib. There was something mysterious in the air that morning. Nothing was done in its regular order, and several of the native servants seemed missing, while those whom Mary saw slunk or hurried about with ashy and scared faces. But no one would tell her anything, and her ayah did not come. She was actually left alone as the morning went on, and at last she wandered out into the garden and began to play by herself under a tree near the veranda. She pretended that she was making a flower bed, and she stuck big scarlet hibiscus blossoms into little heaps of earth, all the time growing more and more angry and muttering to herself the things she would say and the names she would call Sadie when she returned. "Pig, pig, daughter of pigs," she said, because to call a native a pig is the worst insult of all. She was grinding her teeth and saying this over and over again when she heard her mother come out on the veranda with someone. She was with a fair young man, and they stood talking together in low, strange voices. Mary knew the fair young man who looked like a boy. She had heard that he was a very young officer who had just come from England. The child stared at him, but she stared most at her mother. She always did this when she had a chance to see her, because the Mem Sahib, Mary used to call her that oftener than anything else, was such a tall, slim, pretty person, and wore such lovely clothes. Her hair was like curly silk, and she had a delicate little nose, which seemed to be disdaining things, and she had large laughing eyes. All her clothes were thin and floating, and Mary said they were full of lace. They looked fuller of lace than ever this morning, but her eyes were not laughing at all. They were large and scared, and lifted imploringly to the fair boy officer's face. "Is it so very bad? Oh, is it?" Mary heard her say. "Awfully," the young man answered in a trembling voice. "Awfully, Mrs. Lennox. You ought to have gone to the hills 2 weeks ago. The Memsahib wrung her hands. Oh, I know I ought, she cried. I only stayed to go to that silly dinner party. What a fool I was. At that very moment, such a loud sound of wailing broke out from the servants' quarters that she clutched the young man's arm, and Mary stood shivering from head to foot. The wailing grew wilder and wilder. What is it? What is it? Mrs. Lennox gasped. Someone has died, answered the boy officer. You did not say it had broken out among your servants. I did not know, the Mesmahib cried. Come with me, come with me. And she turned and ran into the house. After that, appalling things happened, and the mysteriousness of the morning was explained to Mary. The cholera had broken out in its most fatal form, and people were dying like flies. The ayah had been taken ill in the night, and it was because she had just died that the servants had wailed in the hut. Before the next day, 3 other servants were dead, and others had run away in terror. There was panic on every side and dying people in all the bungalows. During the confusion and bewilderment of the second day, Mary hid herself in the nursery and was forgotten by everyone. Nobody thought of her, nobody wanted her, and strange things happened of which she knew nothing. Mary alternately cried and slept through the hours. She only knew that people were ill and that she heard mysterious and frightening sounds. Once she crept into the dining room and found it empty, though a partly finished meal was on the table, and chairs and plates looked as if they had been hastily pushed back when the diners rose suddenly for some reason. The child ate some fruit and biscuits, and being thirsty, she drank a glass of wine, which stood nearly filled. It was sweet, and she did not know how strong it was. Very soon it made her intensely drowsy, and she went back to her nursery and shut herself in again, frightened by cries she heard in the huts and by the hurrying sound of feet. The wine made her so sleepy that she could scarcely keep her eyes open, and she lay down on her bed and knew nothing more for a long time. Many things happened during the hours in which she slept so heavily, but she was not disturbed by the wails and the sound of things being carried in and out of the bungalow. When she awakened, she lay and stared at the walls. The house was perfectly still. She had never known it to be so silent before. She heard neither voices nor footsteps, and wondered if everybody had got well of the cholera and all the trouble was over. She wondered also who would take care of her now. Her ayah was dead. There would be a new ayah, and perhaps she would know some new stories. Mary had been rather tired of the old ones. She did not cry because her nurse had died. She was not an affectionate child and had never cared much for anyone. The noise and hurrying about and wailing over the cholera had frightened her, and she had been angry because no one seemed to remember that she was alive. Everyone was too panic-stricken to think of a little girl no one was fond of. That's rough. Am I really almost at the end already? How many more pages? Oh good, not too much longer. When people had the cholera, it seemed that they remembered nothing but themselves. But if everyone had got well again, surely someone would remember and come to look for her. But no one came, and as she lay waiting, the house seemed to grow more and more silent. She heard something rustling on the matting, and when she looked down, she saw a little snake the watching gliding along and watching her with eyes like jewels. She was not frightened, because he was a harmless little thing who would not hurt her, and he seemed in a hurry to get out of the room. He slipped under the door as she watched him. "How queer and quiet it is," she said. "It sounds as if there were no one in the bungalow but me and the snake." Almost the next minute she heard footsteps in the compound, and then on the veranda. They were men's footsteps, and the men entered the bungalow and talked in low voices. No one went to meet or speak to them, and they seemed to open doors and look into rooms. "What desolation," she heard one voice say. "That pretty woman. I suppose the child too. I heard there was a child, though no one ever saw her." Mary was standing in the middle of the nursery when they opened the door a few minutes later. She looked an ugly, cross little thing, and was frowning because she was beginning to be hungry and feel disgracefully neglected. The first man who came in was a large officer she had once seen talking to her father. He looked tired and troubled, but when he saw her, he was so startled, and he almost jumped back. "Barney," he cried out, "there is a child here, a child alone in a place like this. Mercy on us, who is she?" "I am Mary Lennox," the little girl said, drawing herself up stiffly. She thought the man was very rude to call her father's bungalow a place like this. "I fell asleep when everyone had the cholera, and I have only just awakened up. Why does nobody come?" "It is the child no one ever saw," exclaimed the man, turning to his companion. She has already been forgotten." "Why was I forgotten?" Mary said, stamping her foot. "Why does nobody come?" The young man, whose name was Barney, looked at her very sadly. Mary even thought she saw him wink his eyes, as if to wink tears away. "Poor little kid," he said. "There is nobody left to come." It was in that strange and sudden way that Mary found out that she had neither father nor mother left, that they had died and been carried away in the night, and that the few native servants who had not died also had left the house as quickly as they could get out of it, none of them even remembering that there was a Missy Sahib. That was why the place was so quiet. It was true that there was no one in the bungalow but herself and the little rustling snake. Wow, what a sad beginning to this story, right? If anybody's ever watched the movie, then you already know a little bit of the story. It doesn't really give it in great detail. It's more like a memory flash in the movie, but that gives it a lot more like substance, a little more, I don't know, relatable resonance. And now you can relate a little bit more to why Mary Lennox was such a brat. What? What? I don't know. Ask your dad. He knows things like this. I don't know anything about that. I'm not like that kind of a weird gamer. Come on now. I'm like ancient games. Anyway, y'all. What do you guys think of the first chapter? I liked it. It gave a lot more detail than the movie ever did. All I knew was that she was an orphan, that she was a brat and nobody liked her. And then she goes and lives with. I have the movie, and I also have the movie A Little Princess. Because I really like those two stories, and I had no idea that they were from the same author. And I love them both so much. When I was a little girl.
We're almost halfway there. In case I'm watching the stream in the middle of my class, W viewer. You'll learn more in here anyway. Nah, I'm playing.
She seeks the wool at early
Why did that count?
dawn.
Chat, why didn't those count?
They did count.
Flax that waits with morning
There's 24 in there now. Don't worry.
Her fingers stir like
It
winds
did?
through trees.
Yeah, but it's not counting up top.
Yeah. Oh, it's 25 in there now. Good.
Did you take the joystick?
With willing
The
hands,
frick?
she sews and spins and brings forth love
Why would he take the joysticks?
through her thread, her daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling place. She sets her sights on fruitful ground.
No. No.
And
So
joy
that's the downstairs door?
her home is blessed, her children rise to call her strong and truly wise. With willing hands she sews and spins and brings forth love through humble things.
But you don't even have like a light. How are you gonna see down there?
Daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling place. With willing hands she sews and spins and brings forth love
Yeah.
through humble things. Her loom, her thread, her daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling place.
What is happening?
Each stitch a prayer, each braid a vow, each hymn a song to heaven now. She gives her best, she holds no thing, but angels know her hidden
Why are
name.
your toys in prison?
What?
Why is there a place to hide?
With willing hands she sews and spins, till mercy weaves her crown within. And in her
What is
thread
happening?
the Lord shall see a faithful wife in victory.
What is happening? Oh, it's the Assassin's Creed guy.
With willing hands she sews and spins and brings forth love through humble things. Her loom, her thread,
Oh,
her
no.
daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling place. With willing hands she sews and
Why
spins and
would she snitch? Why?
Because it's not a she, it's a he dressed up as a she.
a holy work in her dwelling place. Each stitch a prayer, each braid a vow, each hymn a song to heaven now. She gives her best, she holds no thing, but angels know her hidden
You have to go down
name.
one of those ways. Find the joysticks. Oh my god.
With willing
This
hands
game
she
is
sews and
freaky.
spins, till mercy
Bruh.
weaves her crown
Bruh.
within.
Goodness, it is a
And in
certified
her
serial
thread
killer.
the Lord shall see a faithful
Chat
wife
is
in
Bruh.
victory.
certified serial killer.
Bruh.
Oh my goodness.
You need to get out of there,
Giving
man.
Outlast. Chat, tell me it's not giving Outlast.
She seeks the wool at early dawn.
He's literally in here somewhere.
Like it's an underground,
Flax that waits
like,
with
labyrinth.
song.
Please just give me the joystick so I can
Her
read.
Bruh.
fingers stir like winds through trees.
I I don't know. Maybe you need them.
A holy work in her dwelling place. She sets her sights on fruitful ground
It's not worth dying for, that's for sure.
and plants with joy what she has found.
Lord have mercy.
Home is blessed, her children bright,
Yeah.
to call her strong and
So this is what you need it for.
with willing hands she sows and spins and brings forth love through humble things. Her loom, her
There they are.
daily grace, a holy work in
Why is
her
that locked?
place. With willing hands she sows and spins and
Ah!
humble things. Her loom, her
Oh my god, you're supposed to run, fool!
holy work in her dwelling place.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry guys for screaming, but this was terrifying, okay? A guy with a machete just came in with a mask on and just started running, okay?
It's her best, she holds no thing, but angels know her hidden
I know.
name.
Fucking run! Run, stupid!
With willing hands she sows and spins, till mercy weaves her crown within. And
Run!
see a faithful
Sorry guys, I'm like terrified for this mofo. Come on! Run! Run! I don't know either!
willing hands she sows and spins and
Just keep going left though, that's the way it usually is.
her loom, her thread, her daily grace.
Just keep going left. Left!
Hands she sows
That's right. See, I was right. Left, left, left. Oh. Oh, didn't I say go left, go left, go left, go left? It's the universal thing of doing things to get out of whatever.
each stitch a prayer, each blade a vow, each hymn a song to
Oh man. Oh, that was scary.
best. She holds no
Oh my god.
but
That was terrifying.
hidden name.
Lock that door, bruh.
With willing hands she sows
Why?
and spins,
I'd lock it.
till mercy weaves her
I'd
crown
lock it.
within. And in
I'd lock it, yo.
the Lord shall see a faithful wife in victory.
You know he wouldn't. Chris Redfield would have turned around and beat that dude to death.
Yeah, he would have.
Because he's more of a man than me.
Oh my god. That was terrifying.
Scared little kid.
Oh my god, that was terrifying.
We've been running from Chris Redfield.
I'm so sorry, guys, that I screamed. I was just terrified, okay? I was in the moment, okay? I'm so sorry that I was, like, screaming, okay? I'm very, very sorry.
And flags with morning song. Her fingers stir
It does count. Calm down.
to clothe her kin in warmth and peace. With willing hands she sows and spins and brings forth love through humble things. Her loom,
Must have been the wind.
her daily grace, a holy work in her dwelling.
That's hilarious.
She sets her sights on fruitful ground.
Anyway, guys, if you really want to know, like, I'm hoping that tomorrow I feel better than I did when I was on my way home today, so that I can actually go to Starbucks again tomorrow, because I would really like to sit there tomorrow and, like, you know, journal and stuff. And keep planning what I'm planning so that it's much more, like, ready to go by the time I'm blessed with the tools that I need for it. So when the Lord is gracious enough to, you know, bless me with them, then I shall begin this journey that's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I'm so excited, y'all. So excited. Anyway, y'all, I'm probably going to end up taking off pretty soon. I have to go brush my teeth now. And no, I want to have a tea first, then I'll brush my teeth. Ah! I was shaking. What in the holy crap is this? What is happening? What is happening? Oh my god. I just had a heart attack. Oh my god, I had a heart attack. Oh my lord. Oh god. Okay, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow on the Friday one and also on the live stream. Love y'all. Later for now. God bless. Good night. Bye bye.
Each stitch a prayer, each blade a vow, each hymn a song to heaven now. She gives her best, she holds no thing, but angels know her hidden name. With willing hands she sews and spins, till mercy weaves her crown within. And in her thread the Lord shall see a faithful wife in victory.